Good evening, and welcome to the 2017 Evening of Excellence. How about the orchestra? Let's give them another round of applause. At Helios Education Foundation, we have 4 beliefs that drive everything that we do. We believe that education changes lives and makes communities better. We believe that education is an investment and not an expense. And we believe that every student, regardless of where they're born, what zip code they live in, or the color of their skin, that every student deserves a high-quality education. And we also believe that we will achieve our mission through partnership and collaboration, much like the partnership we enjoy with the Pinellas Education Foundation. So that's why we're pleased to be here tonight representing Helios, and because tonight's Evening of Excellence hits all of those beliefs dead on. This evening we celebrate the amazing community that has come together for the purpose of supporting our teachers, our schools, and our children. Pinellas County understands that investing in public education is an investment in the community now and for generations to come.
Tonight, as we honor businesses who have forged partnerships with schools, our community leaders who have created a strong foundation upon which our schools are built, and our educators who inspire young minds that will be tomorrow's leaders. I encourage you to think about how all these elements are woven into the fabric of this community. We're proud to be included in that partnership, and we congratulate all those we honor this evening.
Please welcome our Masters of Ceremonies for the 2017 Pinellas Education Foundation Evening of Excellence, the Community Affairs Manager for Duke Energy Florida, Gregory Wright, and the Executive Officer of the Clearwater Gas System, Chuck Warrington.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2017 Pinellas County Evening of Excellence. Chuck and I are honored to be your hosts this evening as we pay tribute to those who dedicate themselves to ensuring that our children, certainly our community's most valuable resource, receive the best possible education.
The Pinellas Education Foundation and their many community and business sponsors are proud to recognize those who are devoted to teaching our children, those in our community who support our schools, and those who have laid the very foundation of the community in which we lived. Tonight, we will recognize our Business Partners of the Year, our Free Enterprise Hall of Honor inductee, and our Pinellas County Outstanding Educators.
Tonight's title sponsors are the McIntyre Family Foundation and DITEC, Humana, and the Tampa Bay Rays. Without their support, and that of all tonight's generous sponsors listed in your program, events like this would not be possible. We'd also like to acknowledge and recognize our thanks to 2 Take Stock student presenters, Deontay Henry from Lakewood High School, and Amira Malkia from Eastlake High School. As we begin this evening, please join me in welcoming our host here in the city of St. Petersburg and a true friend of Pinellas County Schools and the Pinellas Education Foundation, Mayor Rick Kreisman.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to St. Petersburg and the beautiful Mahaffey Theater. I am thrilled to host this wonderful event here in our great city because there is nothing more important to us than ensuring that our children have all the resources they need to learn, to thrive, and to succeed. Through the St. Pete's Promise program, our partners at the Pinellas Education Foundation have joined with us here in St. Pete as we work to make our children's futures as bright as they can be. And tonight, we pay tribute to many of those selfless individuals who helped to make that happen. To all of those that we honor tonight go our thanks. And at this time, please welcome the 2016 Outstanding Educator from Eastlake Middle School, Sarah Dobes. The Pinellas Education Foundation Chairperson, Gary Rigoli. The Superintendent of Pinellas County Schools, Dr. Michael Grego. And the Pinellas County School Board Chairperson, Peggy O'Shea.
Welcome, Mayor Kreisman. I'm Sarah Dobes, and it's my pleasure to welcome all of you this evening on behalf of the Pinellas Education Foundation and Pinellas County Schools. At this time, I'd like to invite each 2017 Outstanding Educator nominee to the stage so we can join in thanking them for their excellence in the classroom. Scott Watson, Bayside High. Susan Miller, Richard L. Sanders Exceptional. Michelle Dugranrut, Gibbs High. Jody Kirk, Career Academies of Seminole. Amanda Alvarez, Osceola Fundamental High. Amy Carlson, Seminole Elementary. Curtis Serrata, Northeast High. Terry Roberts, Tyrone Middle. Mary Cassidy Jones, Cross Bayou Elementary. Amy Jacob, Kings Highway Elementary Magnet. Marie Hill, Doug Jamerson Elementary. Lourdes Picard, Ridge Crest Elementary. Michelle Trivison, Meadow Lawn Middle. Lisa Turini, Azalea Middle. William Scales, Seminole High. Mark S. Pullman, Largo High. Karen Midkiff, Pinellas Park Middle. Laura Hamburg, Starkey Elementary. Shannon McConville, Tarpon Springs Fundamental Elementary. Lindsay Wagaspak, Ozona Elementary. Megan Lycum, Plum Elementary. Jennifer Flory, Skycrest Elementary. Aaron Park, Dunedin High. Kathleen Kelly, Highland Lakes Elementary. Tamara Gramlich, North Shore Elementary. Tamika Rodney, Lakeview Fundamental Elementary. Jennifer Daly, Lakewood Elementary. Natalie Bobrovetsky, Safety Harbor Middle. Jennifer Trombley, Northwest Elementary. Jacqueline and Fanzen, Leilman Innovation Academy. Kristen Kirkberger, Oldsmar Elementary. Tracy Russo, Carwise Middle. Barry LeClaire, Pinellas West Coast Academy High. Jennifer Connolly, Bardmore Elementary. Kelly Patton, Tarpon Springs Elementary. Aaron Fraser, McMullen Booth Elementary. Carrie Gonzalez Roberts, Lynch Elementary. Judy Bray, Walsingham Elementary. Susan Hickman, Brooker Creek Elementary. Ronette Levy, Midtown Academy. Susan Gould, Garrison Jones Elementary. Stephanie Muse, Plato Academy, Palm Harbor. Amrita Mukherjee, James B. Sanderlin Pre-K 8. Jean Cobb, Westgate Elementary. Bethany Yoder, Mount Vernon Elementary. Corey Franzen, Orange Grove Elementary. Paula Dangler, Eisenhower Elementary. Mary Reiser, Mildred Helms Elementary. Kim Kaler, Oakhurst Elementary. Victoria Sains, Clearwater Adult Ed Center. Bonnie Medital, Pre-K Florida First Start. Heidi Lau, Cypress Woods Elementary. Melissa Witcher, Distant Academy. Linda Burdette, Seminole Middle. Janae Troutman, Safety Harbor Elementary. Nancy Lowry, 74th Street Elementary. Kelly Zarnecki, Sexton Elementary. Christine Buanen, Bay Point Elementary. Tina Engels, Frontier Elementary. Lydia Sewell, Largo Middle. Diana Rojas, Bear Creek Elementary. Andrew Holzbog, Lakewood High. Hugh Wynn, Blanton Elementary. Kara McPherson, Woodlawn Elementary. Isabel Burns, Sawgrass Lake Elementary. Kenya Wheeler, Fairmount Park Elementary. Marcy Bennett, Sandy Lane Elementary. Kirsten England, Gulfport Elementary. Kathleen Bornson, Pinellas Central Elementary. Josh Parker, Belcher Elementary. Brenda Frazier, Pinellas Tech College, Clearwater. Catherine Bresler, John Hopkins Middle. Gabrielle Lyon, Nina Harris Exceptional Student Education Center. Stacy Golliner, Campbell Park Elementary. Kathy Ware, Clearwater Intermediate. Tara Douglas, Melrose Elementary. Good evening, everybody. What an honor to be here tonight. It was just about a year ago that I was standing up here on stage with the other top 10 finalists of 2016, and it has been a remarkable year. What a truly humbling experience, and an honor to be an ambassador for Pinellas County Schools as the 2016 Outstanding Educator of the Year. I'd like to thank Dr. Grego, the Pinellas Education Foundation, and of course my fearless leader, Karen Huzar, and my husband, definitely my husband. Throughout this past year as Outstanding Educator, I kept thinking, there's still so much I want to do and learn, and there's so many wonderful educators out there. What am I doing here? So being honored with this award just blew me away. I'm up here just doing what I love, and people have given me these wonderful acknowledgments. But as I reflected more on my experiences that drew me to teaching in the first place, I realized just why I was here. To share my passion for teaching and education to anybody who would listen. A few weeks ago, I told my students that I would be out all day for a training. And one student raises his hand and he says, excuse me, Mrs. Jobes, I don't mean to be rude, but why does the Teacher of the Year need to go to a training? I mean, really? And I laughed. You are so right, I said. I kid, Mrs. Huzar, I kid. Okay, but of course I followed that up with, a person should never stop learning and seeking knowledge. You can always learn something new. I told him I pity the person who stops learning and growing. Then in true English teacher fashion, I quoted Hamlet. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. And this whole process is a learning and growing experience, and I've never been more reflective about my own teaching practice. I work hard every single day, and so does every single teacher here tonight. Teachers work harder than anybody I know. Teachers put their heart and soul into everything they do. This is not just a job, but who we are as people. People full of compassion and dedication and talent. And most of us enter this profession because it's our passion. Something in our hearts led us to teaching. And we weren't born to just teach. We were born to inspire others, to change people, and to never give up, even when faced with challenges that seem impossible. And teaching is a noble profession. It's the one that creates all other professions. Without us, without you, teachers, societies would be forever changed. Teachers give a gift in perpetuity. We're teachers, counselors, shepherds, providers, and warriors for the little people who need us. It is not for the weak or faint of heart. It takes a strong person to be a teacher in today's world. We want what's best for our students, and we have our hopes and our dreams wrapped up in each one. And what people don't understand about teaching is that it sticks with us all the time. There's no getting up from your desk at the end of the day and walking away. We think about our students constantly, and I realize that a lot of jobs are 24/7 these days, but there's a unique emotional labor to teaching that often goes unnoticed. And tonight we're celebrating that dedication that teachers have. So teachers, I say to you, keep being extraordinary. Keep encouraging each other. Keep telling your stories. Keep elevating the voices of your students. And so the last official event that I had was the Santa Snow Parade in St. Pete in December, and I had a chance to speak with and get to know this year's finalists, and every single one of them, and I say this to you, you are deserving of this honor. This is an elite group of teachers. So finalists, this honor affirms that you are here where you belong, exactly where you belong. I am thrilled to pass on this honor to one of you tonight who I know will do a fantastic job representing Pinellas County Schools. It has been a fabulous year. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Sarah. Let's give her another round of applause. And while I have a moment, I'd like to salute all the teachers, not just those who are here this evening, but you all are warriors and champions. So we salute all teachers. Give yourselves a round of applause. I would guess that most of you are familiar with the Pinellas Education Foundation. Our mission is to enhance and improve educational opportunities in our schools. We work each day to support all aspects of education, including academics, physical and health education, career education and technical training, and the arts. For those reasons, the Pinellas Education Foundation created and produced tonight's event to recognize and celebrate all those who support our students and our teachers. As you entered the theater this evening, you were entertained by this wonderful, award-winning Tarpon Springs High Jazz Ensemble, directed by Christopher De Leon. Aren't they just one of the best? They are an incredible group of musicians, and they'll be interspersing our evening with little tidbits of jazz. Thank you very much. Let's give them another round of applause. You know, our foundation and our school system would not be successful, and we wouldn't be able to accomplish everything that we do without our partnership with our community partners. A few months ago, the Pinellas Education Foundation asked the schools to nominate local businesses that make a difference by contributing time and treasure to education. They range from the very small family-type businesses, neighborhood businesses, to national corporations. A panel of judges from the Foundation's Community Relation and Events Committee reviewed the dozens of nominations just to show you how much the community supports education. And they selected the top business partner in the small business, large business, and district categories. All of our business partner nominees were invited to attend a special recognition earlier this evening, and they've actually joined us here this evening for tonight's show. It's our privilege and pleasure to recognize our Business Partners of the Year. And so at this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Grego to join me at center stage to present the awards. And it's my distinct privilege and pleasure to introduce Mr. Gary Cucci from Horace Mann Insurance, who's going to announce our winners. Gary.
Good evening. At Horace Mann, we recognize that education is the responsibility of the entire community. And as a longtime sponsor of the works of the Pinellas Education Foundation, we're proud to participate in tonight's celebration and recognize the Business Partners of the Year. Our small Business Partner of the Year has been a champion of schools and children and our teachers for more than a decade. They have served as reading volunteers, logging more than 2,000 hours of volunteer time. They've donated more than $10,000 for books for children, as well as hiring after-school reading tutors. They've sponsored programs supporting the schools, including All Pro Dads, 5,000 Role Models, Girlfriends, and Pack-a-Sack. Nominated by Ridgecrest Elementary, our small Business Partner of the Year is Anona Methodist Church. Our large Business Partner of the Year is a longtime partner of Pinellas County Schools and the Pinellas Education Foundation. They provided volunteers to support a very successful Academy of the Finance at Northeast High School. Their employees serve as speakers and work for teams supporting the Academy. They've also provided paid internship opportunities for Academy students. At Mount Vernon Elementary School, they provided tens of thousands of dollars for school programs while providing 120 mentors for students, supplies, and funding teacher conferences and student field trips. They provided 900 volunteer hours last year alone. They are also a partner of the Pinellas Education Foundation, serving on the Foundation's Board of Directors, as well as providing support for Education Foundation events, classroom grants, Finance Park, district-wide mentor initiatives called Lunch Pals, nominated by Mount Vernon Elementary School, Northeast High School, and the Pinellas Education Foundation. Our large Business Partner of the Year is Raymond James. Our district Business Partner of the Year goes to an organization with an 80-year history of providing energy resources to the Suncoast. Since 2007, they have invested tens of thousands of dollars into the Pinellas Education Foundation programs, including this event tonight. Walker Rising Stars, the Career Education Breakfast, and Ford Next Generation Learning Conference, Ties for Tennis Shoes, and the Take Stock in Children. They are also a major participant in the Career Education Board site's business at the Pinellas Education Academy of Excellence. Please welcome our District Business Partner of the Year, Clearwater Gas Systems. Our thanks to all the business partners for their outstanding work on behalf of our schools and our children, and congratulations to our business partners of the year. Now it's my great pleasure to introduce Taylor Arson, a junior from Pinellas County Center of the Arts at Gibbs High School, performing Children Will Listen from the Broadway musical Into the Woods. She is accompanied by Karen Bale.
I think we can do better than that. Let's have another round of applause for Taylor. It is time in our program to introduce you to the 10 finalists for Pinellas County Outstanding Educator of the Year. To begin that recognition, we'd like to turn it over to a great friend of education who will be introducing our first two teacher finalists. Please welcome Bill Byrne from Ajax Building Corporation.
Thank you. Ajax Building Corporation is always proud to be a part of this event every year, recognizing Pinellas County's outstanding educators. Our first finalist is a 5th grade teacher from Anona Elementary School, William Black. This is Mr. Black's 5th year as a classroom teacher, having received his education degree from St. Petersburg College in 2012. He's the 5th grade team leader and the facilitator for the STEM Academy program at Anona. He's proud to have received recognition as one of the highest impact teachers in the state and was a recipient of the 2015-16 Best and Brightest Scholarship. Let's take a look at why Bill Black is such an outstanding educator.
Mr. Black is funny, smart, he makes me laugh, he makes me smile, and I feel like I can just do anything when I'm in there. He wants us to be the best that we can be.
I want to be the best teacher in the world. I said that from the first day. I want my class to be the best kids in the world. I'm driven. I'm really competitive. I mean, my expectations are not that of elementary school. Kind of a rough and tumble. You know, Vince Lombardi met Maria Montessori.
Well, since he pushes you to your limits, it means you could get better at things, or try and get better at things, or want to get better at things, instead of just being lazy.
He sets an example to everybody in our class, and it's just, he makes me think that I can do that too.
My goal is for 6th grade teachers to say, who taught you? Like that. And I will stand out, hopefully. I want my students to be equipped as independent, curious thinkers. So I'm hoping they remember me and they realize that that was like the impetus for them to be better and more curious.
He's the best teacher I've ever had.
He makes me feel like I'm the smartest person in the world.
Any student would be so happy to have him.
Now I'd like to introduce someone who can really tell you about Mr. Black in the classroom. Please welcome Skylar Saragusa.
Mr. Black has transformed my life by helping my transition to a new school from another state. This year has turned out to be the luckiest year of my life. Mr. Black believed in me and has provided many opportunities for me, including student council. He challenges me, has a very fun and positive personality, and teaches me that it's okay to struggle because it is an opportunity to learn and grow. He is quite simply the best. Please welcome my teacher, Mr. William Black.
Our next finalist, Michelle Zajac, is a 3rd grade teacher at Curlew Creek Elementary School. She has been in education for the past 16 years, starting her career working as an exceptional educator associate with the 4th and 5th grade emotionally and behaviorally challenged students. During that time, she attended college and earned her Bachelor of Science degree in elementary education at the University of South Florida. She has started a coding club for students in her school and is the lead teacher for a 3rd grade program with the Mind Research Institute. What she loves most about teaching is knowing that every day she helps to create that aha moment in kids. Let's take a look inside her classroom.
The kids they're my passion. They're the ones who I'm just really, they're why I'm here. And they inspire me every day to be a better person. They inspire me every day to try to put forth positive energy into our world and, you know, to make the world a better place through them.
She has a lot of kindness. She's very sweet. She's not mean at all. She's very nice. She makes me feel very welcome and excited about this class.
I want my students to know that they can accomplish anything with hard work. And as long as they're putting in the effort, as long as they're trying, they will accomplish whatever they want to accomplish. It's really just one of the coolest things to do, in my personal opinion, in life, because you get to see all of this transform into the humans of our next generations.
She's the best teacher I've ever had.
On a scale to 1 to 100, I think she'd be a 1,000. She makes me feel like the good pink kind of cotton candy.
Now I'd like to introduce someone who has firsthand experience with this finalist. Please welcome Mallory Granger.
My teacher has transformed my life by teaching me and making me happy every day. I go to school where Ms. Zajac makes school fun and easy to learn. She also encourages me to do my best in school and at home. I would like to introduce you to my teacher, Miss Michelle Zajac.
Aren't they great? To introduce our next two Outstanding Educator finalists, please welcome a true champion of our students and our teachers, Steve McMullen of KPMG.
Good evening. KPMG has been a partner of the Pinellas Education Foundation for decades, and it's one of our greatest honors to participate in this annual event to recognize our outstanding educators. Our next finalist is David Reed, the Curriculum Technology Specialist at Eastlake Middle Academy of Engineering. A graduate of the University of Akron, go Zips. In the University of Florida, go Bulls. He's taught at Dunedin Highland Middle School, Pinellas Virtual School, and has been a math instructor and a technology specialist at Eastlake for the last 3 years. He is proud to be a member of Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society and Who's Who in American high schools. He says that what he enjoys most about teaching is what he learns from his students every day. Let's take a peek inside David's day at Eastlake Middle School.
To be in Mr. Reed's studio, it's amazing. It is so much fun because it's giving me an opportunity that I wouldn't be able to have if I were in, any other school.
Mr. Reed makes me feel like I'm empowered to be able to do this stuff on my own because I know how and he taught me how.
He's taught us that you need to have a little fun in life, but you also need to work hard.
I want them to know how to be successful and be able to do whatever they want to do. You know, we want to be the best, but that's going to mean that they were the best. And that's the ultimate goal, is to have them succeed at college or career readiness. And that's our goal.
He's influenced me as a person and a student because he's helped me with my goals, and also he helps me figure out my own classes and how to take care of all my homework for those.
He makes me feel like I can do anything.
I couldn't do anything else. I mean, the kids are going to be our leaders in the future, and let's help mold them. And middle school, I think, is the most critical time. We're really molding what they're going to be like, what their habits are going to be for the rest of their education. So I think it's amazing, especially at the middle school, to be able to work with these kids.
He's really smart, he's really fun, and he's a great teacher.
And now to tell you about Mr. Reed, please welcome Emma Longwell.
My name is Emma Longwell, and I am here on behalf of my teacher, Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed has been the most influential teacher I've had in my school career. Before entering middle school, my aunt and my grandfather passed away within 3 months of each other. Because of that, and starting in a new middle school, I was having a really hard time. Mr. Reed motivated me, telling me sometimes things can be fun, sometimes things can be hard work, but you have to do what you have to do. That is one of the mottos I live by. I'm not shy anymore. I am more goal-oriented and motivated to try my best because of Mr. Reed. So, let me introduce you to one of the best teachers in the world, Mr. David Reed.
It's my pleasure now to introduce a very remarkable kindergarten teacher from Azalea Elementary School, Angela Pitts. The daughter of a teacher, Angela Pitts learned to appreciate the dedication and passion for learning and teaching from her parents. Mrs. Pitts earned her BA in Exceptional Student Education in 2014. She has taught children with autism, language and behavior disorders, as well as general education students. She believes that teaching is an art in which you use a colorful palette of strategies to create a classroom world where everyone is valued. Let's see what goes on in her classroom.
It's all about fun and grabbing the attention. That's how I teach. Because if it's not fun, I've got a whole classroom of 5- and 6-year-olds and they're not going to buy into it. And for me, the smiles on their face, the high fives, the hugs, the excitement for learning, that's my true motivation. It's not pay, it's not tangibles, it's children.
She's my favorite teacher, and she's great at teaching everybody so much. I like Miss Pitts as a teacher because she's nice. It's fun when she reads us books because she acts like the characters. I love her because she's fun.
This is the best job in the world. I get to go and look at kids that are a fresh plate, and I get to put knowledge in their heads and teach them how to think freely and to accept challenges and to believe in themselves. And I get them to actually believe that they can change the world.
She makes learning fun, and she loves us, and I love Miss Pitts.
To introduce her teacher, here is Zuri Gallagher.
Good evening. My name is Zuri Gallagher. Mrs. Pitts is a great teacher because she's given me an awesome start to my education. She has opened my eyes to new and exciting things and inspired in me the love of learning so that I can reach my full potential. Please welcome my favorite teacher, Mrs. Angela Pitts.
Moving on to our next pair of Outstanding Educator finalists, please join us in welcoming Mike Barbaro from Clear Channel Outdoor.
At Clear Channel Outdoor, we understand that education is the key to any community's prosperity, and we are proud to support the work of the Pinellas Education Foundation as we introduce you to our next finalist, Karen Kanjemi. Quite a crowd. Karen Kanjemi is a reading and literacy coach at High Point Elementary School and has taught in the Pinellas County Schools for 27 years. She received her Bachelor of Science degree from the University of South Florida's College of Education, after which she began her teaching career at Eisenhower Elementary, where she attended school as a child. Today, as a literacy coach at High Point, she works to support kindergarten through 5th grade teachers and students to foster a love of literature and learning. Let's have a look at this very amazing teacher.
It feels really great to be in Miss Kanjemi classes because she's kind and caring and generous. I know that Miss Kanjemi is going to help me.
Part of what I do is really pay attention to the students in front of me. I want them on the edge of their seat. It's all about engagement. I want them to know that learning matters, and so when they kind of sit up straight and they kind of get themselves, like their light bulbs go off, then I know I've done my job.
When she teaches us, she makes it a way for us to have fun and want to learn about it instead of being boring.
Teaching is about watching students grow in their wonderings and knowing that you're making a difference in every day. They teach me to be a better person every day, and that's the joy of teaching.
She likes to come in and dance with us. She makes learning fun.
Miss Kanjemi, I would say, is the best teacher I've ever met. Everything that she does for us is pretty cool. And I think that our whole entire school loves Miss Kanjemi.
And now I'd like to introduce Benjamin Manuel, who would like to share a little bit about Miss Kanjemi.
Miss Kanjemi has transformed my life by being helpful to me as much as my regular classroom teachers. She is exciting, always happy, and encouraging. Miss Kanjemi cares for all children and always believes everyone has a bright future ahead, even teachers. Miss Kanjemi is a rock star, genius, and fantastic reading and writing coach, and I think of her as a friend. Now, it's my honor to introduce one of the best teachers in the world, Mrs. Karen Kanjemi.
Our next finalist, Kaylee Kopka, is a kindergarten teacher from Layla Davis Elementary School. Ms. Kopka moved to Florida in 2008, where she began school at the University of Florida, earning both her bachelor's and master's degree in elementary education. She is currently pursuing an additional master's degree in educational technology from the American College of Education. She has taught kindergarten for the last 3 years and says she absolutely loves the excitement and growth she sees in her young students. Let's have a look at her inside her classroom.
Ms. Kopka is very smart and intelligent. She teaches us about some stuff that I like, and she cares about us.
I think my biggest motivating factor is seeing the smiles on my students' faces and seeing the relationships that I make with them and with their families. That's what makes me keep doing what I'm doing and keep innovating and pushing forward. And I'm passionate about technology and innovation and using it not just as a replacement in a digital worksheet, but using it as a tool to help students create and do something that they couldn't do before, to access a world that isn't usually in the classroom, to bring experiences through technology that they wouldn't otherwise have in their life and that are going to make them prepared and successful in their future.
She teaches us about being a good friend and caring about other friends.
Teaching is, I feel like it's my reason for breathing. It's something that I've wanted to do since I was a kid. It's them that makes me love this job so much. And the things that I get to do to see that light bulb go on with them, yeah, it's what I meant to do.
She makes me feel happy. She's an amazing teacher. Ms. Kopka is my favorite teacher in the whole world.
Here to introduce his very special teacher, please welcome Grady Esther.
I am thankful that I was in Ms. Kopka's kindergarten class last year. Before kindergarten, I heard other kids complain about school, and that made me feel nervous about starting kindergarten. Every day, Ms. Kopka came to school with a smile on her face and a kind word for my friends and me. Her love of learning ignited my curiosity and made learning so much fun. I will always be grateful. She also had the best dance moves to super silly songs that taught us math and other subjects, which always helped me get my wiggles up. I was so lucky to have Ms. Kopka as my kindergarten teacher. Now please welcome my awesome teacher, Ms. Kaylee Kopka.
And now to introduce our next group of outstanding educator finalists, let's welcome a Take Stock in Children alumnus and a member of the Foundation's Take Stock in Children Committee. From the Catalina Charitable Foundation, Lisha Daly.
Thank you, everyone. On behalf of everyone at Catalina and the Catalina Charitable Foundation, we want to thank the outstanding educators that we're recognizing tonight and all of those who have dedicated their lives to our children's education experience. Our next finalist is a math teacher from Osceola Middle School, Allison Blanco. Allison is a product of the Pinellas County school system, and both of her parents are in education. So it made perfect sense when Allison said, "I was determined to be a teacher no matter what." She earned her bachelor's in exceptional student education in 2012 from St. Pete College, and it's really become a full circle experience for her as she now works at Osceola Middle School with some of the same teachers she had while she was in attendance there. She believes she is blessed to be able to challenge today's young people and to help shape and mold their futures. Let's see what she's been up to.
One of the things I like about teaching in the way I teach is that I run it as a group. It's not just my classroom, it's our classroom. And I tell the kids all the time that I want to hear their opinions about things. You know, ultimately it's my job to teach them, but we have to work as partners, because if I'm not doing my job and they're not doing their job, it doesn't work. And so the relationship I build with my students is one of the most important things that I do throughout the day.
Well, she's really nice and funny, and always have a lot of energy in her class.
She's a really happy person, and that she's the best teacher, and then she makes a bunch of math jokes, which is really nerdy, but it's really funny at the same time.
She makes us feel great because she's a really good teacher, and it's just a really nice feeling to go into her classroom and come out knowing what we're doing.
I want them to remember me as a teacher that taught them, that cared about them, that loved them, and they can take that and know that there's teachers out there throughout their career that's what a teacher should be, and that every teacher they come in contact with, that's what they want.
She's probably one of my favorite teachers.
She's a great teacher.
She's my favorite teacher ever.
Here to tell you more about Allison Blanco is Alexi McClendon.
Ms. Blanco has been an influential force on my educational career, from giving me support when I failed a test to lending a helping hand with subjects such as math. Ms. Blanco has helped me achieve in ways that no other teacher could. Please help me welcome one of the best teachers I ever had, Ms. Allison Blanco.
This next Outstanding Educator finalist is a very special teacher, a special math teacher from Palm Harbor Middle School, Vanessa Coe. She received her bachelor's in mathematics with a secondary education minor from the University of Florida and has taught at Palm Harbor Middle School for the last 13 years. The funny thing is, we have a small world connection in that we were also products of Miss Lori Matway on our administrative board. So, Vanessa Coe has been the Pinellas County Mathematics Teacher of the Year and the school's AVID program coordinator, as well as the National AVID staff developer. Let's take a brief look at this finalist in action.
Teaching is a profession that I wasn't sure that I was going to go into when I began, but it's one of the most amazing professions that I could have stepped into. It grows me and it changes me as much as it does, I think, my students. And each year that I get to work with more kids, I'm growing more, I'm challenged more, and I didn't expect to have a career that would do that for me.
Ms. Coe, she wants you to learn and she wants you to have fun doing it. So she just adds a thrill to learning.
Ms. Coe is very helpful
and kind and loves us like family. And she treats us like her own kids. So, you know, she's kind of a motherly figure, but also your teacher.
I always tell people that I have 140 children every year, and I love every one of them just the same. I want them to know that they as a person are important to me.
Ms. Coe is a wonderful teacher. I don't think she could do any better than she already does. She is there for her students. I see like her past students, and they are so successful because of her. She's just a great part of students' lives.
And now to tell you just how special this teacher is, please welcome Charles Stevens.
Good evening. My mom told me a quote that describes Ms. Coe. Better than 1,000 days of hard-working study is one day with a great teacher. Ms. Coe believes in us when we don't believe in ourselves. Ms. Coe devotes herself to giving her students the tools to succeed, and she inspires us to do it. She listens to her students, she challenges us, and encourages us to stand up for our values. Thank you for not just being a good teacher, but an amazing teacher. I'm pleased to introduce my teacher, Ms. Vanessa Coe.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President and CEO of CareerSource Tampa Bay, Ed Peachy.
Thank you. Let me start out by saying it's just always such a great honor for CareerSource to be a part of this very special evening. Now we come to a very special honor given by the Pinellas Education Foundation. Each year, the foundation recognizes an individual who has dedicated a lifetime of support to education. The Free Enterprise Hall of Honor recognizes those who epitomize the spirit of free enterprise, exhibit high ethical standards in the pursuit of their business and their personal life, and demonstrate a philanthropic spirit and service to the community. They are role models and reflect the heritage and diversity of our community. Here to recognize this year's Free Enterprise Hall of Honor inductee, please welcome the immediate past chair of the Pinellas Education Foundation, Kathy Collins.
Good evening, everyone, and the kids are fabulous tonight. I always love this event and hearing them talk about their teachers. So it's an honor that I'm accepting this award for Jerry Hogan tonight. He can't be with us, he's traveling. Jerry is a dear friend and inspiration to me and has been for many years. But more than that, he's a true friend of the Pinellas Education Foundation and has been for decades. He's a longtime business leader, locally, nationally, and internationally. But he now calls St. Petersburg his home part of the year. The other part of the year, you can find him in Colorado herding cattle on a horse. Jerry, from 1971 through 1987, Jerry rose through the ranks at Turner Entertainment Networks, eventually serving as president. And during his time at Turner Networks, he helped to build the company into the global news and entertainment empire it is today. Jerry's best known in our community as when he became the president and CEO of the Home Shopping Network in 1993. Shortly thereafter, he joined the Pinellas Education Board of Directors, and the rest was history, as they would say. In 1997, Jerry became the foundation's chairman, and during his tenure as chairman, he presided over the capital campaign and the construction of the second phase of the Stavros Institute, which included its signature program, Finance Park. During Jerry's term as the foundation's chair, we also saw the 1,000th student who was enrolled in Take Stock in Children. Since Jerry's chairmanship, he has continued to be a driving force behind Pinellas County Education, Career Education Initiative, and remains active on the board of directors with other initiatives as well. He is also a leader in a variety of community programs, but all of them are aimed at education and children. The list of this humble man's accomplishment is a long one, so let's have a look at a video tribute to Jerry Hogan, and it is with great honor that I accept this award on Jerry's behalf this evening.
Jerry is compassionate, thoughtful. Jerry thinks about others more than he thinks about himself, and as a result, he's helping to make our world a better place, and I thank him for it. My name is Bud Risser, and along with Jerry Hogan, we co-founded Ready for Life. Once you learn about these kids and the needs, they grab you. It's a compelling story. At Ready for Life, we deal with youth when they age out of the foster care system at age 18. They're so excited to get in the real world, and then they discover they don't know anything about it. So Ready for Life's job is to provide the guidance, the support, the educational opportunities, and connections with services to help these kids transition into complete adulthood.
I'm Jerry Hogan. I'm a board member of the Pinellas Education Foundation, and I'm also a co-founder and board member of Ready for Life. I was born and raised in the Chicago area of Illinois, and I'm the oldest of 10 children. So growing up, it's hard to describe the kind of energy and chaos that went on in our house. I should also mention we lived in a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. When I was young, I wanted to be a farmer. That was the #1 thing on my list, and in fact, I was a member of 4-H when I was a kid, and always thought that that was going to be my destiny until I found out how much work it was and how difficult it was to acquire a farm. But I was lucky enough over the term of my life, for the last 20 years or so, I have been a farmer, if you will, of a ranch, a cattle ranch in Colorado, and I've been able to enjoy what was then a dream has now been a reality. The things that impacted me most growing up were obviously being part of such a large family and not having a lot of financial resources. So we were taught and learned quickly that if we wanted something, we had to earn it ourselves. My career path is totally serendipitous. I had never decided what I wanted to do. I've always reacted to opportunities.
Stand by, ready, 3, take 3, Mike Hewitt. 3, start to slow zoom in.
The best thing about my career was that I got to do something that some people get to do once or twice, and I got to do dozens of times. And that's launch new businesses, particularly fun businesses, whether it's the Cartoon Network or CNN.
I dedicate the news channel for America, the cable news network.
Or TNT or TBS or classic movies or many others.
One thing that Jerry and I absolutely agree on is the importance of education at all levels. That's why he's involved in the Education Foundation. That's why we're involved in Ready for Life. It's all about helping these kids become better adults. Because the truth is, these kids, no matter what education they get, are going to be our leaders in a few short years. So it's best for all of us that we give them the very best education we possibly can.
My name is Kathy Collins, and I'm a board member with the Pinellas Education Foundation, prior chair, as well as I'm the president and CEO of Clinical Consulting Solutions. Giving back to education is extremely important for business leaders in this community, and I think that's one of the things that sets the Education Foundation apart. Their whole purpose is to improve education in our community, which improves the lives of everyone in our community, and not to mention the fact that the children deserve the very best education that they can get. Jerry probably doesn't know this, but I consider him a mentor to me. I admire how authentic and humble he is, and I admire his type of leadership. So I'm always interested in how Jerry thinks about a certain circumstance, or how he solves a problem, or he always asks excellent questions in every meeting.
There's opportunities everywhere. There's really no reason for someone to say the doors are closed. The doors are never closed. It's just a matter of looking for opportunities or thinking about what gaps in the opportunities that are out there that you might fill. What I've learned is if somebody has a sense that they want to do something for another person, they want to be involved, they want to make a difference in somebody's life, there are lots of ways to do it, lots of opportunities. And you don't have to give money. That's the easy way in many ways, and that's the common way. But volunteering, being a mentor, whether it's for Ready for Life or whether it's for Take Stock in Children, or just going to your local elementary school and volunteering to work with one student who's a poor reader and needs somebody to work with them, to read with them every day.
I believe Jerry Hogan is a perfect candidate for the Hall of Honor at the Pinellas Education Foundation. He has been a member of the board since the early 90s. He's served in many leadership positions at the Education Foundation, including the board chair. He digs in 120% with everything he does at the foundation, and he truly believes in bettering education in our community.
I think sometimes we don't fully appreciate or value the work of volunteers like Jerry.
I think the most important thing is just being able to try to do the right thing. Look for opportunities where you can make a difference in somebody's life. And then insert yourself, whether it's directly or indirectly, privately, quietly, or overtly, to try to make a difference and move them along on their path, whatever that is, toward a happy life.
Now it is my pleasure to invite Scott Callison from Suncoast Credit Union to present the remaining Outstanding Educator finalists.
Good evening. From everyone at Suncoast Credit Union, congratulations and thanks to all of tonight's honorees, as well as all of the teachers in Pinellas County. Our next finalist is Brandon Rader, a social studies teacher from St. Petersburg High School. He's taught in 3 different school systems during his 9 years teaching, beginning his teaching career in Memphis, Tennessee. He has a master's in education, curriculum development, and arts, and in 2016 received the statewide National History Day Teacher of the Year Award. He says, "The thing I love most about my job is that I know I'm doing work that will profoundly change the way students see the world." Let's play a visit to his school.
I do my job because it's my hope that I will be able to have an effect on the future. I cannot have a greater effect on the future than by being a teacher, because when I'm a teacher, I am directly influencing the way the next generation thinks, the way that they critically analyze things, and they're going to be the change agents. My hope is that they are the next change agents, and that they're the change agents for good in this world.
I really like how much he engages us, because it just makes you want to learn, be in the classroom. And so it makes it enjoyable just to be in there, and it doesn't really feel like we're sitting those 90 minutes. It just feels like we're learning more and more stuff, and which is going to help us in our future.
He taught me to like history and to enjoy learning about other cultures instead of just my culture.
I think the #1 job of any teacher today, especially a social studies teacher, is to create educated, well-informed, critical thinking citizens. That's what I want my students to be able to do when they leave my classroom.
He makes me feel excited to go to school, because like whenever I see him, like my day is better, because he's really fun to talk to, and he just brightens your day.
To introduce Mr. Rader, please welcome Ramina Lilalari.
Mr. Rader has been one of the most influential members on campus throughout my high school experience. Not only has he inspired my love for history, he is also the most significant reason for why I still continue to do debate in high school. Mr. Rader has helped me transform into a strong student and a passionate debater. What sets him apart from others is that he genuinely cares about his students. He continues to create a comfortable and open environment on campus, and students always know that they can count on him for help. Please help me welcome my teacher, Mr. Brandon Rader.
Okay. Our next finalist is a language arts teacher from Thurgood Marshall Fundamental Middle School, Zanetta Robinson. Ms. Robinson has been an educator in Pinellas County Schools for 14 years, and she serves as department head at Thurgood Marshall. She's a graduate of Columbus State University with a BA in Communications and a Master of Professional Writing degree from Chatham University. She is currently a graduate student at USF at Tampa. She has served on a number of national committees as well as conducting trainings at a national level. Let's pay her a visit at Thurgood Marshall.
I want my students to know that they're valuable, and I want them to grow up to become productive citizens of the United States of America. I want them to think critically, to communicate effectively, and do their part in making this country and, in fact, the world just a better place.
Well, in Ms. Robinson's classroom, it's kind of a peaceful kind of classroom, calm and collected. Everybody's doing their work.
She cares a lot about the students and she wants to succeed in life.
Ms. Robinson, she likes to tell everyone that it's okay if you make mistakes because everyone's not perfect. Just keep trying.
She's a great teacher. Period. That's it. That's a great teacher.
The kids that come back and say, Ms. Robinson, thank you so much for pushing me. Thank you so much for, being the lady that I hated coming to every other day, because now in high school I get it, or now in college I get it. And it's the kid that I would never, ever, ever expect to come back.
She inspires me because I want to kind of be like her.
To tell you how Ms. Robinson touches the lives of her students, please welcome Aissatou Kunta.
Good evening. My name is Aissatou. Ms. Robinson has transformed my life by showing me right from wrong. She makes sure that I understand everything before I walk out her classroom. I also like language arts better than I did before because she picked everyone in my class because she knows that we need help. She helps me understand what language it really is, and that's what I love about her. Please introduce my teacher, Ms. Robinson.
At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome the Vice Presidents of Employee and Community Engagement for the Tampa Bay Rays, Bill Weiner and Jen Tran, along with our longtime friend and partner, Raymond.
I'm not Raymond, so...
Just wanted to make sure. Good evening, and thank you all for being here tonight to support our teachers and business partners. The Tampa Bay Rays are proud to support the Pinellas Education Foundation and Pinellas County Schools. It's a special honor each year for us to sponsor the Fan Favorite Award. When our finalists were selected, they were each provided a Facebook page by the Pinellas Education Foundation. This enabled members of the community to visit Facebook to learn more about the finalists and vote for their favorite by liking their favorite teacher. The Fan Favorite Award goes to the teacher who receives the most votes. The winner will receive some special gifts donated by local businesses and the Tampa Bay Rays.
So before I read the gifts, I just want to say not only am I a native of St. Petersburg, but a proud graduate of Pinellas County School System. So thank you, teachers. Go Spartans! So the winner of tonight's Fan Favorite will receive a special KegaQ gas grill from Clearwater Gas, 2 tickets to a show at the Mahaffey Theater, courtesy of the Bill Edwards Foundation for the Arts, a weekend rental package in a luxury automobile from Crown Auto Dealerships. I know, right, Raymond? A 2-night stay at St. Petersburg Historic Hotel Indigo, 2 VIP tickets to the Springs Pier 60 Sugar Sand Festival, sponsored by Visit St. Pete Clearwater, and be presented with a personalized jersey by the Tampa Bay Rays. All right, woohoo. I've got The fan favorite will also be given his or her own private suite and throw out the first pitch. Yes, at Pinellas Education's Night with the Rays later this spring at Tropicana Field. This wonderful evening celebrating education in Pinellas County provides numerous opportunities for educators and students to shine. A special discounted ticket rate is offered to all Pinellas County students and teachers. All of our teacher finalists, as well as special volunteers and supporters of our schools, will be invited to attend the game in the left field terrace suite to celebrate education in Pinellas County. Take Stock and Children students will watch batting practice, and the winner of the 2017 Outstanding Educator will be part of a special presentation on the field that night as well. We hope that all of you will come out to the Trop on Education Night with the Rays and help celebrate education in Pinellas County. Thank you.
And now the 2016 Outstanding Educator Fan Favorite winner is Karen Kinjemi.
And now, as we come to tonight's big announcement and wait for all of our finalists to gather backstage, please enjoy the music of the Tarpon Springs Jazz Ensemble under the direction of Chris DeLeon as they perform. Let's have one more round of applause for this outstanding group of musicians from Tarpon Springs High School.
At this time, we'd like to invite Bob McIntyre from the McIntyre Family Foundation and Chairman and CEO of DITEC, and Ray Hodorsky, the Director of Client Management for Humana, to the stage. Joining them will also be Pinellas County School Superintendent Dr. Mike Greco, School Board Chairperson Peggy O'Shea, and Education Foundation Chairperson Gary Rigoli.
Good evening. There's a lot of wonderful things to do in this county, including come to St. Petersburg and see this beautiful theater. And I'd like to thank Mayor Kreisman for being here tonight and all he's done for education in the Pinellas Education Foundation. Thank you, Mayor. Along with this production of tonight's program, our Pinellas Education Foundation is an active advocate of education in this county and has been nationally acclaimed for its innovative programs. The Pinellas Education Foundation advocates for technical education and career academy programs. They provide classroom grants for teachers through the fundedclassroom.org website. They are the creators of Take Stock in Children program and are a Ford Next Generation Learning Innovation Center. They support Youth Connect programs designed to provide services to help young people enroll and successfully complete training programs to become self-sufficient. The foundation created future plans with the help of the school district, and who of course could forget the amazing successes of Enterprise Village and Finance Park. The Pinellas Education Foundation certainly deserves a ranking as the #1 public education foundation in this country. In addition to tonight's amazing event, with the help of our many generous sponsors, the foundation produces other events during the year, including the acclaimed Walker's Rising Stars, which will be held right here on May 9th at the Mahaffey Theater. And we hope you'll join us here for that evening and see these amazing young people and the talent that they have. Now please welcome Ray Hodorsky, who will share a little more about what tonight's winner can expect.
Humana is a proud sponsor of the Evening of Excellence again this year. All of tonight's finalists were also hosted in early December at a finalist recognition breakfast sponsored by Suncoast Credit Union and Humana. They had a unique experience of riding on a float sponsored by Casper's McDonald's Company with Raymond and the Hamburglar in the annual St. Petersburg Snowfest Parade. As you heard a few minutes ago, tonight's finalists will share a suite at Pinellas Education Night with the Rays later in the spring. They will also be hosted for a game this season by the Tampa Bay Rowdies, where they'll receive special recognition. All of tonight's finalists will receive $500 cash from the Pinellas Education Foundation and a special collector's edition of the beautiful work, One Dustler, signed by Pinellas County's own Dick Jacobs. In addition, each of the finalists will receive 2 tickets to the Springs Pier 60 Sugar Sand Festival, sponsored by Visit St. Petersburg Clearwater. Tonight's winner will be driven to school in style tomorrow morning, courtesy of His and Hers Limousines. Our winner will also receive a $2,000 cash prize from the Pinellas Education Foundation, a basket of products from Nodaro's Natural of St. Petersburg, Keg Q Gas Party Grill from Clearwater Gas, 2 tickets to a show at the Mahaffey Theater, courtesy of the Bill Edwards Foundation for the Arts, a weekend luxury car rental from Crown Auto Dealership, a 2-night stay at St. Petersburg Historical Hotel Indigo, a $3,000 award from the Francis Kerman Schoolmaker Trust at the Pinellas Community Foundation, 2 VIP tickets to Spring Pier 60 Sugar Sand Festival, sponsored by Visit St. Petersburg Clearwater, and a specially designed Outstanding Educator of the Year ring from Balfour. In addition, tonight's winner will also receive a cruise vacation package valued up to $2,000, courtesy of the Pinellas Education Foundation.
Dr. Dyer. Thank you, Ray. It's been a joy this evening to watch our students. Aren't they? From the kindergarten readers here that were absolutely remarkable to the Tarpon Springs Jazz Band. Thank you so much. I mean, we have some tremendously talented students in our school district. Celebrating those who educate our children is one of the most important things that we can do as a community. Before we name the Outstanding Educator of the Year, I want to take a moment to thank all of the Outstanding Educator nominees and the thousands of educators who work tirelessly in our classroom each and every day. Tonight we honor 125 of the more than 7,500 teachers who work every day in our schools. And we get the special opportunity to celebrate the 10 finalists as we have this evening and announce the Outstanding Educator of the Year that will represent Pinellas County throughout the state of Florida. I too want to thank our sponsors this evening, including our title sponsors of DITEC and the McIntyre Family Foundation. Thank you. Humana and the Tampa Bay Rays. I also want to give thanks to our MCs, Gregory Wright and Chuck Warrington, for an outstanding job. And a special thanks to our Take Stock scholars, the students Deanti Henry from Lakewood High School and Amira Mulkaya from Eastlake High School. Those are the students who are bringing out those awards. Thank you very much, and let's hear it for all of our people. And of course, a special thank you to the Pinellas Educational Foundation, their board, the staff members who make this all possible. They're working behind the stage this evening. This evening's event is a hallmark event for the Pinellas Educational Foundation. I'm so grateful to have a nationally recognized foundation right here in Pinellas supporting our public school system. This kind of excellence does not happen by accident. It happens with thoughtful leadership. Mr. Terry Bain has served as president of the Pinellas Educational Foundation since 2001, and as many of you know, in the end of February, he'll be retiring and stepping down from that position. Terry has carried this organization forward beyond measure, and the ones that benefit the most are our primary customers, our students, and certainly our teachers. I want to give them and everyone here a chance to say thank you. So Mr. Terry Bain, will you please stand and be recognized for everyone who is here? He's in the front row here. Thank you very much. So now I'd like to get back to the focus of the event this evening. What inspires me most as superintendent is witnessing dedicated teachers, effective instruction, and student learning. You saw that throughout the videos this evening. It's the art and science of teaching. It's the art and science of our profession. We see their hard work. We see your willingness to make sure students progress, to challenge themselves, and to develop a love of learning. You represent the best educators in Pinellas and certainly in the state of Florida. This evening is all about you. It's all about our profession. The profession that profoundly impacts this community, our community, and its future. You see, every person here this evening, whether you're an educator, a family member, supporter, students, business partner, every person here can think of a teacher that made an impact on them. For me, it's Mr. Procius back in high school, where he forced me to reach at a height, as you heard in many of the videos, beyond what we believed we could reach, and never settling for mediocrity. I'd like to ask each one of you right now, right here, right now, to take a moment for yourself and reflect on that teacher. Reflect on the teacher that knew how to connect with you, the teacher that pushed you beyond your expectations, the teacher that taught you something that you still use today. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the reason why we're here this evening, to celebrate the teaching profession. So when you go back to your schools, when you go back to your place of work tomorrow, when you please, wherever you go, please tell folks, colleagues, classmates, that the Evening of Excellence in this entire Outstanding Educator program, what it does is it shines a bright light on the profession of teaching and the support it receives from this wonderful business community. As many of you, I so enjoy making comments, and I can talk forever about our teaching profession, but I also know that many of you want me to get to the announcement. Yes, so don't clap. And now, for the moment we've been waiting for. And the curtain will be opening. And as it does, let's give another round of applause. And they're wonderful students there. I know we have a drummer here, right? Drum roll. The winner of the 2016 Educator of the Year is Vanessa Coe.
Oh my goodness.
I'll take this
Thank you. I first want to thank the anchor to my soul, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Because this passion and this calling that we have is, as so many have mentioned today, such a work of the heart. And I cannot believe this. These are amazing educators. You are amazing educators. And I'm just in complete awe. I want to also thank my family out there. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your constant support. For those of you that are educators and family of educators, you know the sacrifice you make to support us as we make our sacrifices in the classroom. I want to thank my Palm Harbor Middle School family. Thank you so much for my administrators and my students. You guys make room for me to grow and teach me every day. Thank you so much. I want to thank my friends out there that came to support me tonight as well. Thank you also to our district who makes opportunity for each one of us to excel in what we do and collaborate and grow together. I want to thank our Pinellas Education Foundation and those that are here from the school board that just made this possible for us. This experience has been one that I couldn't match to anything else. These 9 educators are the finest that I've seen, and I know that you're out there. And we were just discussing that sometimes we hear one bad thing and it just taints our thoughts of our profession, or it pushes us down. And I know, hearing from you and hearing from them, the amazing work that's happening out there and the good that's going on and the change that you're making. So keep making those changes, one degree at a time, one trajectory at a time. You're making an amazing impact. Thank you for doing that for everybody, for my nieces and nephews and for all the kids out here. Thank you.
Congratulations, Vanessa, for Outstanding Educator of the Year. and all of our finalists and nominees. We ask that you join us in the lobby for a dessert reception and offer congratulations to all of tonight's finalists. Our teachers will join you following some brief interviews and photographs backstage. Our special thanks to all of our generous sponsors, to the Mahaffey Theater, the Tarpon High School Jazz Ensemble, Taylor Aronson from the Pinellas County Center for the Arts, Dr. Greco, Luke Sierra, and all of the Pinellas County school staff, and Terry Bone and his team from the Pinellas Education Foundation, who helped to make this event so special each year.
On behalf of the Pinellas Education Foundation and Pinellas County Schools, we thank all of you and all of you for joining us tonight. Please drive safely, and we hope to see all of you right here at the Mahaffey on May 9th for Bill Edwards Presents Walker's Rising Stars, and at Tropicana Field later this spring for Pinellas Education Night with the Rays to watch our fan favorite throw out the first pitch. That's right. And the winner to accept the Outstanding Educator ring on the field. So again, thank you all so much, and good night.